Keemstar created the now huge Drama Alert channel on the 15th of June 2014 that Keemstar finally figured out a way to get around him getting banned every single time he started a new channel.
Eventually, I teamed up with Freedom. You guys know them, right?
Yep.
And they went to YouTube and figured out a solution where I could just be on the channel, but technically not own it because it's not my name. And
so Keemstar finally had the ability to grow a channel without the risk of being banned. He was like a dog off a leash in an open field. But giving Keemstar free speech would also come with its own set of problems and controversies, as might be predicted from his line of reporting. Keemstar remained relatively low profile from mid-2014, creating his Drama Alert episodes and growing steadily in size. Keemstar had a burst of 106,000 subscribers in the month of December 2014, so you can say that Keemstar was well and truly established as a drama YouTuber by 2015, which happens to be the same year as Keemstar's first big Drama Alert controversy, specifically the Bashiverse controversy of April 2015. Now, Keemstar states that he thinks the best story he believes to have ever covered is the Bashiverse story, as it was never ending and became so elaborate and ended up having a global reach.
I would say that the best story that I ever covered was the Bashiverse story, because it was never ending. The story just kept going and going and going and going, and it became so elaborate.
However, many people in the YouTube community criticized Keemstar for belittling Basher, destroying his YouTube career and basically driving him off the internet.
You got to make videos every day. For the last 6 months, you haven't done shit. You just fucking gave up. You let Jarrett or Garrett or whoever calling you a pedo win. You let them win, and you can't do that.
However, it creates the age-old argument that Basher shouldn't have been doing the things that got him on Drama Alert in the first place. So it's hard to blame Keem, but it's just another stupid thing to endlessly argue about. I'll let you draw your own conclusion.
And Keemstar just keeps freaking, it's just constant barrage. Like, all my videos are like, I've been up for so long and I'm so stressed right now, and it's just...
However, this controversy was only minor compared to what Keemstar would do only 8 months later in January 2016. On the 9th of January 2016, Keemstar would make what he called the biggest mistake of his YouTube career.
The biggest one is probably, getting a story wrong. And that was the 65-year-old guy, Tony, the RuneScape player.
Keemstar accused 62-year-old RuneScape Twitch streamer RS Glory and Gold of being John Phillips, a convicted felon who was in jail for being interested in children. One of the people in the Drama Alert team had created the story for Keemstar to read out, which Keemstar did without double checking whether the information was accurate. Well, it turns out the information was very much not accurate at all.
Come to find out, completely wrong. I'm like, how did this get in here? I start tearing up my manager. I'm like, how the hell did this get in here?
The person who put the story in for Keemstar to read only verified the story by simply saying that the Twitch streamer and the person in jail looked similar.
And he goes, yeah, we verified it by matching the faces. They were looking at the picture of this guy that was arrested for being a pedophile and looking at this dude's stream, and they were like, yep, looks like the same guy, good enough.
Did you hire 4chan?
Obviously, the 62-year-old RuneScape streamer was devastated by the allegations, as people were coming into his stream accusing him of something that he clearly didn't do.
I know who and what I am, and my real friends know who and what I am, and they stuck by me. Thank you very much for everything.
Keemstar tried to make up for the allegations by offering the streamer $20,000 cash, but the streamer refused to take the money and just wanted his stream to be shouted out.
They're like, look, we just want you to be Tony's friend. And then I quickly started to understand that by being Tony's friend, it meant that you have to shout out his stream.
However, months after the incident, after all the hype had died down, the streamer expected Keemstar to continue to shout him out. And Keemstar was in a tough position because it was hard to refuse, considering Keem had put him in such a bad position to begin with.
So then he starts hitting me up, right? And it's like a lot of guilt trip, like, hey man, can you shout me out? And how am I supposed to say no? I can't say no. So I start shouting him out.
After shouting the streamer out over 50 times, Keemstar got very sick of shouting him out and stopped. At which point, the 62-year-old streamer started saying that Keemstar had ruined his life and career from the initial allegations. Eventually, as you might guess, Keemstar got pretty sick of having to be a crutch for this streamer who was accidentally accused, as even 1 year later, the streamer was still talking about how Keemstar ruined things for him. To this day, there's been continual beef between the streamer, RS Glory and Gold, and Keemstar. Ironically, Keemstar was then removed off the YouTube blacklist only 1 month later in February 2016. Kind of interesting that this would be the month to be removed off the blacklist considering the massive mistake 1 month previously. The infamous Keemstar content cop by iDubbbz was then created on the 5th of May 2016, where iDubbbz criticised the actions of Keemstar in various different ways, both past and present.
On his Twitter, he will constantly allude to people being
guilty or innocent or not guilty, depending on whether they go onto his show or not.
This video absolutely exploded, having 30 million views at the present time. Keemstar has stated that he thought the video was funny, and he's also said that it's been an advantage over time, as he lost subs when it first came out, but then started gaining subs after.
I sweat it for that first hour because I was losing subs, but then when I started gaining subs, I was like, whatever.
We're going to fast forward a little bit here to 2018, because most of the stuff that happened between 2016 and 2018 is just standard kind of Keemstar doing shitty things. In early 2018, however, Keemstar had another brilliant gaming business idea. Similar in style to his original FortressCraft deal, Keemstar discovered that there was a hole in the market for a competitive scene on the incredibly popular game Fortnite. Keemstar, like his mindframe with FortressCraft, saw that there was millions of kids wanting to watch competitive Fortnite, but no one actually hosting it. So for this reason, Keemstar began hosting what he called Fortnite Friday in May 2018. The best Fortnite players would go up against each other to see who could get the most kills over the space of a few games, with the winners getting $20,000, usually split between two people. This was hosted every single Friday for 10 weeks in the beginning, getting around 600,000 views per stream. However, Fortnite Friday would begin to become controversial for Keemstar, as the developers of Fortnite wanted to host their own competition. Keemstar was only offering $20,000 per competition, while the developers of Fortnite were offering over $500,000 per competition, with much more professional production, so Keemstar took a bit of a backseat in the Fortnite esports scene. However, this wouldn't be the end of Keemstar working on esports. During the Fortnite Friday period, Keemstar jokingly dropped a tweet about a fake event, Minecraft Monday. It was a joke, but a load of content creators began petitioning for Keemstar to make Minecraft Monday a real event. So Keemstar tweeted that if he gets 5,000 retweets on a Twitter post, he would make Minecraft Monday a reality. As you can probably guess, it got the retweets. The first Minecraft Monday was played on the 24th of June 2019, and the rest is history. Keem's reputation and name grew larger and louder through these events, which only led into the year 2020. Now, it's safe to say that 2020 has been a pretty crazy year for Keemstar already. On the 13th of March 2020, tattoo artist Romeo Lacoste filed a lawsuit against Keemstar for $3.5 million over the defamation of character. Back in March 2019, Romeo Lacoste was accused of sending inappropriate videos to underage fans, which was then covered on Drama Alert.
The biggest tattoo artist in the space on YouTube, all around the internet, his career is finished. I mean, this is bad. This is so bad. We're talking about Romeo Lacoste.
Romeo then filed the lawsuit against Keemstar for defamation. The case is yet to settle as it's so new, so it'll be interesting to see the outcome of the case in the future. Maybe if you're watching this video in the future, you might already know the outcome. Then more recently, in May 2020, the H3H3 Keemstar drama began with Keemstar and H3 getting into a heated argument on Twitter. The content creators already had an unstable relationship dating back several years, which is interesting considering Keemstar was one of the first few guests to go on the H3H3 podcast when it first began.
We are here with the legend, the super villain, the villain of YouTube. You know him, you might love him, you might hate him, but you know him for sure. His name is Killer Keemstar.
H3H3 then uploaded the first content nuke on the 19th of May 2020, which basically outlined the entirety of Keemstar's controversies, of which, as you can guess, there were many. The controversy between H3H3 and Keemstar has caused Drama Alert to slowly lose subscribers since the upload, losing 90,000 subscribers over the last 1 month as at June 2020. Keemstar also lost his long-time G Fuel sponsorship following the controversy. Keemstar claims to have walked away from the sponsorship, but I'll let you do your own research on that one. A lot of people on Twitter have claimed this to be the end of Keemstar's career. However, if there's anything that Keemstar's past has taught us, this little H3H3 drama is not going to be nearly enough for Keemstar to give up making his content.
Wait, actually, okay. I'm on good pace here. Where'd I go? Okay, that's my answer, I guess. Oh my god. I need to remember to get fire resistance when I come back, actually. Wait, is there a blaze? More like here. I'm not gonna... I think I hunger reset. Can I want to sleep first. I can hunger reset much later. Oh my god, open the calculator, please. Like 900 blocks. Okay. Actually, well, I guess we can't hunger reset now, so great. That was yeah. Guess we can't hunger reset now. Need a little using obsidian as a building block. Oh my god. Um, oh my god, where is it? Okay, that was an unfortunate event, but we back. Oh my god. Okay. Like, I don't know. Is this even verifiable? This is so gonna get verified, dude. What the hell? Listen, I'm gonna give them an easier job by like submitting files, I guess. But yeah, that's yeah. That's and this is gonna be quite the problem. Quite the problem.